goal of what I want to teach is a strategy that the average person has had a lot of success with over the past year. There was a product I released last year. I want to say, I released it and it lasted about 6 months long, and it was a product called the 3-0 Club, which a lot of people are familiar with. That product, I sold $1.1 million worth of that course, and there was never an official sales page or anything for it. I don't think there still is a sales page. It was interesting. All I ever did was people would invite me out to webinars. I would show the strategy, and I'd say, hey, if you guys want, I've got a few long webinars I've done, 2 to 3 hours each. If you want, I'll give them to you for $1,000. And they sold like crazy, $1.1 million. What's even crazier is the amount of testimonials that came from that. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of average people that had never really gotten much success online were able to get videos, this technique. They were able to get videos on Facebook, hundreds of thousands of views. I mean, crazy stories. I got this person that says, hey, Chris, listen, prior to the 3-0 Club, the most I could ever get on a video was like 100 views. I'd upload a video to Facebook, get like 100 views. Didn't really understand it. He goes, I kid you not. I invested $25 into an ad using the strategy that you taught me, and my video right now did over 25 million views. Now that's the extreme end, 25 million views. Because if you can get a video to kind of go viral on Facebook, how many of you have ever been on Facebook, you scroll through and you just see these videos popping up in your newsfeed, and you're like, wait, 10 million views for this random little cat doing a little trick or something? Well, there's actually a way that you can control that. So there's a way you can control that, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. It's called the 3-0 Club, but it's going to be a gradual transition. The transition is going to start with what I call the 1-0 Club, and 1-0 Club, for definition, is 0.01. So, you know, like when you're talking about dollars, it could be like $1 and 1 penny, so it'd be 1.01. All I'm talking about is everything after the decimal point. So I haven't even tried this, see if this works, but okay. So it looks like this. There's 2 zeros. Okay, but I'm only counting everything after this decimal point here, 0.01. I would call that the 1-0 Club. That means that you're getting video views for 1 penny each with this strategy. Then the next transition is the 2-0 Club, like that. And I guess the one is arbitrary. It could be 0.02 or something. You could kind of change it. But this is the 1-0 Club. This is the 2-0 Club right here. And then eventually we get into the 3-0 Club. Okay? That is where we all want to be as a cost per engagement on Facebook. So what this means in a nutshell, we're going to start very, very broad, and we're going to get very, very specific. In a nutshell, there's a strategy you can use to publish a post on Facebook and get engagement on that post for as little as that. Way less than a penny. Okay, so in order to do this, you have to understand certain things. You have to understand what type of content gets engagement. Okay, we're going to talk about that. You have to understand how to publish it. You can't just you can't just be like, oh, like if you left right now and you went to your Facebook wall and posted it, it wouldn't work. The strategy has a very specific way you have to publish something. Then you have to advertise it. But don't worry, I'm going to teach you a strategy where you're just advertising $5 at a time. Not a lot of money, enough that most of us, a cup of coffee. For a cup of coffee, most of us can go and we can advertise a little bit about this. And then after you've advertised, I got to show you how to monetize it. If you ever have money going out of your pocket, there has to be a strategy to put money back in your pocket, right? Otherwise, we run out of money. As soon as we decide to stop spending money, that's it. All we have is a loss. If we can figure out how to get an ROI, if you can spend 5 or 10 or 50 or 500 or 1,000, but you can make money off it, then you can scale these videos into the millions, and it's profitable, and you're going to love this concept. And then after that, we're going to talk about how to multiply this. Meaning, instead of just one video that you've learned how to market on Facebook or one post, we're going to teach you how to make a bunch of them and make a whole entire, create a whole entire operation, almost a business around this, where literally you have mastered the idea of low-cost engagement. You can do it for almost any topic, almost any content that you want. So these are the 3 tiers, okay? Again, like I said, this right here is the 1-0 Club, and we're going to start there. There's no reason to try to jump yourself all the way to the top, right? You got to kind of stair step there. This right here is the 2-0 Club. Whoops. And this right here is the 3-0 Club. Now, it gets way crazier from there. When I've been receiving testimonials from some people that say, Chris, I boosted a post with $10, and the video did millions of views. If you start looking at how many zeros, I mean, start doing the math. I mean, if you spend $10 and you go get 5 million views on a video, it's ridiculous, like 0.00000 per view. It gets ridiculous. So let's kind of continue. Before we dive into the specifics, let's talk about the concept. Let's show you some actual examples of videos I've personally done. Then let's show you some other videos that other people have done that we can kind of reverse engineer and learn from it. And then let's dive into the actual process. I will show you how to be able to find a video, how to be able to upload it and publish it, how we'll place live ads to it right now on the spot, real ads, real money, real everything. And then I'll explain how to be able to monetize it when the time comes. And then we'll go into kind of like how to multiply and create this. And then we're going to do something fun. At the end of today, and please remind me if I forget, as long as Facebook cooperates with us, which they may or may not, if I place these ads early enough today, I'm thinking we could check back later at the end of today live, and we could see what kind of results we're already getting. Put me on the spot, like real time. I got to get some results here, right? Kind of like test me, see if I'm any good. Now, Facebook does have to participate because when you place ads, it goes into a pending queue. Facebook may not run these ads fast enough, but it would be fun if they did, right? How cool would it be, hypothetically, if I could post a few videos and potentially get right now in front of your eyes today, before you left today, show you in real time exactly what to do to be able to get, how many people in this room would be excited if I could show you step by step exactly how to walk out of here today with that strategy right there, right? Yeah. That's what we're doing until lunch. Then we're going to break at lunch. Then I've got other topics, and we'll come back and visit this at the end of the day. So again, high level. The high level concept here is that it doesn't just work with videos, it works best with videos. The high level concept is that you can upload videos to Facebook fan pages, and Facebook auto plays these videos when people scroll through the newsfeed. So somebody's scrolling through the Facebook newsfeed, boom, a video comes up and it starts auto playing. No sound though. Doesn't play sound. You actually have to click on it to get sound, but it starts auto playing. So what happens is the Facebook newsfeed is basically making that video go viral, showing it to you. Now, as soon as you take an action on it, as soon as you like it, comment on it, share it, as soon as you take any kind of action, Facebook then starts showing it to your friends. Because the way Facebook works, the whole way the Facebook algorithm works is that when you take action, Facebook starts showing that action to your friends. So when you're scrolling through the newsfeed, the reason you're seeing something in the first place, if you look really closely, it'll say, because Gina liked this. Or you've got a friend that commented on it. If you're wondering why Facebook's showing you something random, chances are one of your friends took an action on that video. That's the way Facebook works. So if you're the creator of that video, if you upload that to your fan page, you want people taking action. We call that engagement. Likes, comments, shares, anything that they can do to kind of create some activity there. That's your whole goal. So what we do, what our strategy is that we kind of boost it. We give it a little bit of an edge by advertising the video, and then we come back and Facebook takes over from there. So I'll pay maybe $20 to advertise a video, but because everybody's liking and sharing and commenting on it, all those other views from all their friends is free. So I'm advertising a little bit of money, then Facebook is kind of taking the ball and running with it and making it popular for free. So in very simple terms, for every one view that I pay for, Facebook might be giving me 3, 4, 5 views for free. That is the secret. That's the secret sauce here. Most people don't get this. If you go to even a popular fan page, they upload a video. Most of you go to, if you've ever uploaded to Facebook, you uploaded a video on Facebook and you trusted that somehow Facebook would show it to your friends. And that's it. That's the end of it. We're doing this very, very different. We aren't trusting Facebook to make our videos go viral. We are forcing them to go viral. We're basically edging them out. What we're doing is we're creating a whole bunch of engagement, a lot of engagement, very, very, very cheap, so it doesn't cost us much money to get the ball rolling, and then we kind of scale back our ads. We go from $5 a day to $3 a day, $2, $1 a day. Now we're barely spending anything, 10, 20, 30 bucks. But Facebook takes over, and Facebook makes these things go viral. This is one of the best strategies I've ever taught. Like I said, over $1 million in sales this course in about 6 months time frame, and then I took it off the market, never sold it again. And I'm excited because it's been a while since I've had a chance to teach this. And that's what we're going to learn. We're going to learn literally how to do this. Now, So again, in summary, we're going to upload stuff, we're going to advertise to it, and you're hoping that Facebook takes the ball and runs with it. Facebook won't always do that. If this strategy was so good that it worked 100% of the time, no reason for us to be teaching it here. You know, I would probably be, all of us, we would just be like a company, and I'd hire everybody, and we just have engineers just constantly making these videos, making us money. It's a strategy that there is risk involved, and there's personal risk. The risk is going to be, your risk is going to be your time and your advertising dollars. So my advice is, because there's risk involved where you could be out some advertising dollars, start small. $5, $10, $15, $20. Start on an affordable, small budget. And also, don't beat yourself up over this. You're going to watch testimonials, even people in this very class live here. You're going to watch somebody that goes and gets millions of views on a video, and you might beat yourself up that it's not working for you. Don't beat yourself up over this. This is crazy. I see people do it all the time. Remember, we all have our own learning curve. Once you master this strategy is so powerful, companies will pay you a lot of money for this information. My friend Paolo just sent me a testimonial. I might even play it today just for fun if I can get it up there working with audio. He just sent me a testimonial and said, Chris, just that 3-0 club strategy you taught, he just has a recording artist that works for a label, just paid him a bunch of money to basically make her videos get more exposure for her music videos and stuff like that online, just a bunch of money. And he's like, this is crazy. He's like, this strategy is so simple, anybody could learn it, but they don't know how to do it, and it seems to them mind-blowing. He's like you go look, the average person is spending like 20 cents a view, 30 cents a view. If you go upload a video and you just try to buy views to it, Facebook says, do you want views? You go, yes. Put in your credit card. It's like 25 cents a view. For 25 cents, I can show you guys how to get thousands and thousands of views. That's the difference. You're not twice as good as somebody else. You're not 3 or 4 or 5 times better. I can show you how to be 1,000 times better than the competition. So this is a strategy. This is a skill that you can use for your own videos. This is a skill you can use for clients to pay you money and their advertising dollar. You might want to do that to practice, to get experience. This is a strategy you can use for selling e-commerce. Right now I've got one of my good friends locally here, Lawrence. He's like, Chris, dude, I took your, I don't know if Lawrence is in here. He might come in a little bit later. Lawrence said, hey, Chris, I took your 3-0 strategy, and I connected it to a video demo of an e-commerce product, and he sold over $100,000 of that e-commerce product through that video. Because some products are better explained, like some of them require more explanation. You know, like an example is on a TV commercial, if you see a TV commercial for toilet paper doesn't require explanation. Everybody knows what it is, right? So what they're really going after is branding. Or a gum commercial. Gum doesn't require explanation, so they're going after branding. But a product that requires explanation, like it was like an infomercial versus a commercial. An infomercial, you got like somebody like chopping up vegetables and flipping things around, and look at how sharp this knife is. You cut right through anything, and it requires more explanation because a knife is just a knife, but not this knife. This knife can cut through steel or whatever it is, right? And this knife auto sharpens itself. Those kind of products that require explanation are perfect for this strategy. Because you can't just put a picture of a knife and say, hey, $39.95. You've got to do a video that says, check out how this knife, look at it, just toss up a tomato, slices right through it, whatever it is, and that video is what will sell the product. So in a nutshell, videos are one of the most effective selling tools for certain types of things. And if you're ever going to use videos to sell anything ever, this is the only strategy you're ever going to use. You will never use another strategy. You might try to duplicate this on YouTube. On YouTube, the model's a lot more expensive. You're looking at 0.05, and then you're looking at, trying to get on 0.01. So YouTube's harder. So we don't really focus as much on YouTube. The benefit of YouTube, the only big difference between Facebook and YouTube is that if you do figure it out on YouTube, YouTube's a big search engine where people can search and find your content. So you can potentially get really big on YouTube. But people aren't going on Facebook and searching for videos. You have to rely on the strategy of engagement on Facebook, people liking, sharing, and commenting. It's just different. We're going to focus on Facebook today. So, lots and lots of testimonials.
Hey, Chris.
Question over here.
I got a testimonial for you.
You got a testimonial? Do you want to do it on mic, or should I just repeat it?
You can repeat it, fine,
Okay.
but I'm a fan member, and I have an ambassador that goes, yeah, you got all the good stuff. I said, well, okay, we'll do this. I took your penny video on the free training.
Yeah.
Ambassador free training, penny video. And 4 days, I did $5. In 4 days, spent $18.88. 2-cent video views. I got 1,175 views. I got 2,500 people reach. My average cost per video view was 2 cents. I actually got 1 penny, the 010 Club. I got that on our target demographic, which is 55 to 64.
Nice.
So,
And that's, wait, you did all that off that 10-minute free video I did? Yeah. Basically just what I just did right now, almost. Like,
exactly.
I did like 10 minutes like this, and he's like, well, we try it. And he already got into the 1-0 Club with that. That's pretty cool.
Right here, I got proof, it's posted, and it was actually your live video.
Oh, you did it with a straight business marketing video too. That's even harder. Like if you try to do it like, well, I'm going to teach you the different styles of videos that work. He did it with a video, it's even harder, which is why when I show you some of the other styles that work, you'll be like, wow, this is a lot easier.
I'm excited I got that with your video.
Does anybody else want to share any 3-0 Club strategy? I know you had something recently. I don't know if you want to share it. Okay. What I'll do is I want to talk to you first about the concept, which I've already outlined a little bit, the concept. Then I'll actually show you actual videos that we've done, show you how to reverse engineer some other videos, and then we're going to go through the types of videos that this works for, and then we'll dive into the specifics of setting it all up. The most common question I get is, does this work on other things besides videos? It does. It doesn't work as well. The benefit of videos is that Facebook, right now, for the time being, and who knows how long this lasts, Facebook really rewards engagement on videos. They really are willing to give you cheap engagement on videos. They'll give you, the second best engagement will probably be pictures, good quality pictures, but it's not going to be as good. And then the third, you'll just learn how to do it. You'll just basically be able to get engagement on anything. You'll get to a point where you're that good. Okay, the high-level concept. 1-0 Club, 2-0 Club, 3-0 Club. What makes a video get 3 zeros, what makes it get really, really good here is it's like a viral video. The key to this 3-0 Club right here is it's going to really be shares, people that are sharing it, and it's going to be tags. People that are tagging their friends in the comments. So we'll come back to that. But for 3-0 Club, the high-level overview, if you're ever wondering, how do I break into there? Amparo said she was in the 2-0 Club. You had mentioned you're in the 1-0 Club. How do you get in this 3-0 Club? At some point, you'll know if people are going into that video and they're tagging all their friends, oh my God, you've got to see this video in the comments, and they're sharing it, you see these shares exploding, the tags exploding, you know you're about to enter into the 3-0 Club, and it just gets fascinating. It gets exciting. For the 2-0 Club, the only real difference in the 2-0 Club is for the 2-0 Club, usually you're looking for a video that's kind of viral like that, but it doesn't have that wow factor. It just doesn't have that, oh my God, I need to share this immediately on my wall, okay? And we're going to talk about that. It's still good. You don't have to have a wow factor. It's still good, but people aren't like going crazy over it. So this people going crazy. This is like, hey, that's cool. And then this right here is I'm going to teach you. You should be able to do this if you follow my strategy, with every video you upload. This is like every video. 1-0 Club's like business videos. I'll show you. I'll upload a video. Right now, I'll go on a video, literally just go on a video and go, hey, my name's Chris Record. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to sell you something. And it's going to cost you $100. Pay close attention. And I'll just talk about a product that's cost $100. And I can get 1 cent views on that video to a target audience. Okay? Not laser targeted. And that's another thing I'm going to teach you guys. There's a difference. This strategy doesn't work with laser targeted audience. Like, if my audience is a retargeting list of 50 people in here, I'm going to get like 20 cents a view, okay? You have to go with a big, broad audience, but you can choose things specifically like, I want to target entrepreneurs, or I want to target people who are in network marketing, or I want to target real estate agents. I can target real estate agents and get a penny a view as long as it's all real estate agents. If I start saying, I want to target real estate agents in Scottsdale, Arizona, it's probably going to be 3, 4, 5 cents a view. If I say I want to target real estate agents in Scottsdale, Arizona who work for Keller Williams, it's going to be like 10, 20, 30 cents a view. So the more specific you get, the more you're going to pay for that specificness, right? So you want to go broad. That's going to be a secret. So this is going to be basically any video. This is going to be really cool videos that people like, and these are going to be viral videos that everybody cannot wait to share, okay? So any video, cool videos, viral videos. That's the high-level overview of it.
All right, so what is this 3-0 Club strategy only for Facebook, or is it for like other platforms too?
Okay, so what I'm going to teach you today is just for Facebook. If you can learn it and master it on Facebook, though, you could go to YouTube, and YouTube also has advertising. You can also pay for engagement. The numbers will be different. The experience will be different. The style will be different. But if you get good at this one, you should be able to like self-teach yourself on the other ones. A perfect example of that is I self-taught myself something called iMovie, which is a video editing program on my Mac. And then just 2 days ago, I downloaded a program called GarageBand on my Mac. It's to make music. I never used it. I have no idea how to use it. It's very different than iMovie. But there's a few things, like the menu's kind of the same. There's a few things that are the same. Literally in 1 hour, I taught myself GarageBand. If I had just started and opened GarageBand, it would have taken me 10 hours, okay? But because I knew something else, my learning curve on the new thing was shorter. Yeah. That's my best answer for you, is if you learn this, it's going to be different, but your learning curve will be shorter on all these other platforms.
All right.
Good? Cool. And you guys can ask questions throughout since we have a live interactive audience. All you need to do is raise your hand, and Sam will try to do his best as people raise their hands to find you. So if anybody has questions, feel free as well. Before we dive into some of the, I'm going to show you some example videos, stuff like that. Does anybody have questions? No? Okay. Let's go to we're going to go up to the screen now. We are on my Facebook page. And if you guys aren't used to this look, it's pretty easy. On anybody's Facebook page, you just click the link called videos, and it'll pull up all their videos. Okay? Or just add /videos to the end of anybody's page, and it'll pull up all their videos they've uploaded to their fan page. Okay. I'm going to show you a couple things. Number one, this strategy only works by uploading to a fan page, not to a personal profile. This is where people get confused. Your Facebook does not allow you to advertise things on your personal account, but they allow you to advertise things on a fan page. The good news is fan pages are free. They only take 2-3 minutes to set up, and you can create as many as you want. I have hundreds. You literally can go in, create anything you want. The other good news is this strategy, you do not need a popular fan page for it to work. You can have a fan page, upload a silly profile photo, no posts on it, no fans, and you can still get into the 3-0 club with no fans on your fan page. So don't get caught up on needing a fan page. It's very, very simple. We're going to set one up today. We're going to set up a brand new account, a brand new fan page with no fans to prove to you my videos aren't going to go viral because I have a whole bunch of fans already. So let's look at some of these videos. So let's go all the way back down here at the bottom. When I first started on Facebook a couple years ago, I was just uploading basic videos, nothing major. And you'll notice like 180 likes, 248, 34 likes, 53 likes. This is pretty basic. Anybody in here could probably get 50 likes on something. Then you'll notice this one right here. And this is where I first really figured out this strategy. This runner had a painful fall. What she did next, 54,000 likes. Now, it doesn't tell you how many views. The reason it doesn't tell you how many views is because back when I was doing this, Facebook didn't show you the views. Okay? So we're going to look at this really quick. This is my first try ever. Nobody taught me how to do this. This was an experiment, complete experiment. Now, a couple things to learn about. First thing, let's see if we can find the date. Oh, there we go. May 31st, 2014. So here I was in 2014, just going, I got an idea. Let me see if this idea works. The idea was, here was this video I saw in Facebook of this woman running, and actually, I don't know if it'll play the volume. We'll play it. I saw this on Facebook, and I thought, you know what? I've got an idea. So I don't know if we're going to hear volume, because I don't think I have a volume thing. And see how slow it is starting? I would never do this again. All this text, I would never even do this, but it's first time ever. Okay, so we'll just kind of look at it. In fact, let me see. It's better with sound, but I don't even remember what this is. It's just there's something like going to happen. I think it's like the person that's in first place. We'll see. I don't know. We'll just watch it and see if it's any. So anyways, this is my first one, and I got way better from this. But see how boring it is so far? You don't even really know what it is yet. I've learned a lot since these days, but I'll show you how powerful this was. Okay, so something happens here, I think. Nope, never mind. At some point, something interesting is going to happen, I promise. 54,000. It's something. See, but if there's volume, it'd maybe be more exciting. I think maybe it's coming up. See, like, had I known, I would have definitely not ran all this first. People's attention span is too low. And that's a learning lesson here. I don't know. No, it's just like a crowd cheering. There it is. Oh, face plant. So she face plants, right? And that's like right there, I took a thumbnail of her face planting with the other woman's foot jumping over her. But watch, so she's in last place right here. And if we had volume, I mean, I could kind of play volume on my computer. It won't sound very good. And look, so she falls and face plants, and then she just gets super motivated.
Look at that. Wow.
And she wins. So she face plants. So I watched this. And her face is like red. Okay, so what's crazy is I just watched this in newsfeed, and I'm like, so here's the thing. I saw millions of views on this video, and I started playing it. There's still 50. It was just a bad. This is where I started, May 2014. This video was essentially, all I did was I essentially saw this in the newsfeed, and I looked at the amount of views. Well, I had or not in views, because they didn't show views. It had engagement. It was like tens of thousands of people commenting on this thing. And I'm going, I have to see. Social proof says, why are tens of thousands of people commenting on it? What is so great about this video? And I watched it, and then I kind of was like inspired. So you know what I did? I shared it. I did what everybody in the world does. I clicked the share button, shared it on my Facebook, and said, you guys watch this to the end. It's crazy what happens. And then I just thought to myself, I'm sharing somebody else's video. Like, if that was my video, all of these people would be sharing it, and I could be selling like something about running or something about fitness or whatever it is. And I thought that's where it clicked on me. I'm just going to see what happens if I upload this to my fan page. And I have like no fans. So what I did was, first it was like, it didn't really, I mean, it's not my content, you know, but at the same time it was just like a basic video. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to try it. So I basically all I did was I downloaded it, uploaded it to my fan page. That was all that I did. Downloaded it, uploaded it. Then instantly what happened was I was like, not a lot of views were coming in. And so there was this thing called Boost Post on Facebook. It was back in 2014. You could boost a post. And you could boost a post for 10 or 15 bucks. So I was like, why not boost this post for 15 bucks just to see what happens? I kid you not. It's crazy what happened. I boosted for 15 bucks or whatever it was. And it wasn't like overnight, you know, the lights shine through the clouds and the video went viral. It was one of those things where like over time, it just kept going and kept going, kept going. I mean, 189,000 shares on my first ever attempt at this for 15 bucks. 189,000 shares to a video that, in my opinion, it's kind of most people are going to drop off before they even figure out what the video is about, right? If this video was kind of condensed a little bit, right to the point instead of words and text and a slow run and da-da-da-da-da, and if it was just a little bit more fast-paced and exciting and then cut off at the end and then right at the end, text with a call to action on it. That would be exciting. And I don't know if I put a call to action at the end. I might have. Get inspired. No, I don't even know if I did this or not. Get inspired. Yeah, click like and share. That was my call to action. TakeMassiveAction.com. If you made it 5.5 minutes through my video, that was where the call to action was. I didn't know what to do. I threw it at the end. TakeMassiveAction.com. After 5 minutes, it's like, if you're still here, and just like, I don't know. But look at 189,000 shares. So instantly, so here's Toby Black, one of my friends commenting. I went to Toby Black, and Toby's like, dude, you got to teach me how to do this. My first time teaching somebody. I was like, okay, let me show you how to do this. And he's like, do you mind if I just use the same video for practice? And I'm like, yeah, but chop it down, edit it, because that was my mistake. He does it, and he goes off. I don't even remember I can't remember what fan page he did it from, so I don't know if it's that one. But I don't even remember what fan page he did it from, but sure enough, he turned around, and he got like 300,000-400,000 views on it. He goes, Chris, this video strategy is insane. And he's like, do you mind if I teach it? Like, even though it's yours, do you mind if I teach it? He only did the one video, and he went and turned around and had like a little mastermind, and for like 500 bucks a person, and taught everybody the basic strategy of what I did with this video in 2014. Made thousands and thousands of dollars. Instantly, all he ever did was he just learned the strategy for free. I just told him, and then he went and did it with the same video I did it with. Then he turned around and did thousands of dollars, and like all of his students had success. It's crazy how good this strategy is. I got better. I learned that, like, see the thumbnail I have there? That's probably the one thing I did right. It's kind of a boring video, but look at that thumbnail. I went through and I clipped the right thumbnail. This is another thing people don't realize. When you upload videos on Facebook, you can upload your own thumbnail to them. So this is stuff that I learned. It's just stuff that I learned how to do. So this was my first one. And what's crazy is I never did another one. I didn't. That was May 2014. Look, 24 likes, 10. I just went back to the stupid way of doing it. 9 likes, 14 likes, da-da-da-da. Then, my first time doing this again was, let's look at the date in real time here, January 9th, 2015. What was the first one? May or March or something? The year before? May? So that's like nearly, like almost over half a year later, almost a year later, I decided to do it again. This time, it's me, a slightly chubbier version of me. It's me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sell this like mastermind at my office, and it was a big ticket product. It was $15,000. People could come to my office, stuff like that. I'm like, I want to see if this viral video strategy works. So, but I don't want to go too broad. I only want people that actually legitimately are in my target market. So this time, I put 20 spots, watched the video, week in the office, and I basically hired a guy off of Yelp to come in and do a video. He was a wedding videographer. Hired him to come and do a video. I just walk outside. But then he does this cool thing.
Your design, your elements, your logo, your colors.
And I thought, I want people to see this because it was good.
My resources and a lot more.
So watch, when he comes inside. This part. I just thought it was like kind of cool cinematography. Just a guy from Yelp. And after kind of doing this like kind of cool video of like just, and this is our first video I ever tried like this too. Ever tried to hire somebody for. And the idea was just show that we have like an office and people can come work out of it and stuff like that. Just basic shots. But since I thought, let me now see if I can get views to it. So look at this, 18,000 views. Now that may not seem like a lot compared to 200,000, but it's 18,000 views to a target market where the page was charging them $15,000 to come. So out of that, we had leads. We had people see this, target market. We had leads, and all the spots filled in this thing. And I just thought to myself, oh my God, like this is the craziest thing ever. Now, not all the spots filled from the video. I also made some Facebook posts, and I sent an email. It's not like all of it's from the video, but gosh, even if one person invested $15,000 from watching a video because of the viral exposure, that's an infinite ROI. That's a crazy ROI.
My question is, can you show us what your call to action was at the end of this? And were you taking them to a lander page that like got an email address, or were you taking your leads right off of Facebook?
Okay, so the question for this specific video, so the general answer is every video or everything you do is going to be a slightly different call to action. This one was about getting a more targeted audience, paying more per view. I knew I was charging a high-ticket $15,000 product. So nobody's going to actually go to a checkout button and drop $15,000. So we used an application process. So from here, people would go, I don't think it's still up. Might as well be worth a check, just in case. I don't think, this is 2 years ago, so I can't imagine.
What's up, everyone?
I guess it's
Chris
still up.
here, and I'm
I can't
very
see it.
excited about today's video. I'm going to introduce you to something.
Okay. Hey, look at that, it's still up.
That's called.
Watch the video and fill out the form. This was March 14th and 19th, 2015. Gosh, it feels like years ago. Was that like just a year and a half ago? Okay, well, hey. This was the sales page. Hurry up, only, and then there was, every time a seat gets filled, we lowered it. Click here to attend. There's Peter, who's probably here. There's Peter in the back of the room. Peter has been working with me on this stuff for a long time. Put our address. So we just grabbed, this is a theme. We got this theme off of like an outsourcing site. This theme costs like $10. It looks fancy, and it's really just like a $10 site. Watch the video and then fill out the form. I don't know if the form's still inactive, but we're going to try. Since you asked, there it is. A little paragraph. What's your first name, last name, email address, what's your Facebook address, best phone number, final thoughts. Now, these days we would have collected more information, but the idea was then they would submit this, and then Peter would personally call them back, and then what you do is you ask more questions if you want to pre-qualify them more. Like, But when you're using like a viral video strategy, I didn't want to ask people like, what's your current income? What's your credit score? Stuff like that. But he would on the phone be like, hey, what kind of financial position are you in? Is this right for you? So to answer your question about this specific video, it was a video with a link in the description. The link went to a sales page that said, here's how this whole thing's going to work, and click this to apply to be part of this. It didn't say price. They apply, and then they get a personalized call, follow-up series, and if all goes well, then if we think that they're a good fit for the mastermind, then it comes down to helping them find the money, and as long as they have the money, they join. That's the process. When you have somebody do that, those calls, you got to give them a commission give them some incentive to close that for you, but all you really got to do is drive leads to the application form. So why not use this is example, I used this strategy to generate tens of thousands of dollars with the help of a good person selling the leads. Now, it's different though. So as I show you, I've not done a single other video like this. As I start to show you these other videos, none of them are going to a $15,000 offer. That was when I got excited enough to do it again. I was like, I hadn't done the strategy. It had been like 7, 8 months, whatever, and I thought, this would be the perfect time to do it. I have a $15,000 offer. Let's try it. So let's keep going. I think that's funny. These pages are still up. Let's keep going. So that was later. 18,000 views. Then I thought, you know what? I've got a digital product launch. I launched something called Dark Post Profits. It's a Facebook advertising course. And there was 2 things I wanted. I wanted people to be affiliates. You can make money selling my course. Okay? My course was selling for like $300. I could give you $150 for every sale you make. I wanted people to sell it. Then I also wanted people to buy it. Spend $300, I'll teach you Facebook ads. So I have a course. Now I thought, oh, let me try the viral video strategy again. And look at this, 46,000 views. I want to be clear. This isn't a video of somebody running around a track. This isn't a video of a cat doing backflips on a trampoline, right? Those go viral. This is a video of literally of me recruiting people to be an affiliate for my product launch, and 46,000 views. Before I show you like the video and stuff like that, let me just say this product launch, I did like 2 or 3 viral videos for it. This product launch and opened and closed in 5 days. In 5 days did $850,000 in sales. This method was not the only method for it, but this is success leaves clues. I went from somebody who was struggling to pay bills to being able to have an office, to being able to do product launches, to essentially doing over $10 million in sales, and this is one of the techniques that I used. So if I was in your shoes going, hey, I want to level up my business, I would add a technique that other people that you're seeing I used, right? If somebody told me they built an email list and that email list is generating them $100,000 a month, and I'm going, if I want to model after them, I'm going to build an email list. I'm going to figure out whatever I got to do. This is one of the things I did. So let's do this one. Let's look at it. This one was filmed by my video editor that I hired off of Yelp, and then he was not available to edit. So believe it or not, I jumped right into iMovie and edited it myself. Okay? So we're not going to watch the whole thing, but I want to show you 46,000 views. What I did differently this time is I learned. That week in the office video, I was walking outside, talking, and I even color corrected it. I even edited that video too. I even color corrected it wrong, and I looked like an orange pumpkin in that video. So I was like, let me go a little bit better. So I did the editing on this. I'm not an editor. I'm really not that good at editing. And I just did the editing and just put together the clips and then put music over it. What I did differently is I said, in Facebook, when people are scrolling through, the video starts auto-playing with no sound, no nothing. I immediately want to do something that's more catchy this time. I don't want it to be all businessy. I don't want to get into a pitch yet because people can't hear me. I want to do something that draws them in and says, what is this? That they want to click. Then I want to start talking. So imagine right now you're just watching this on Facebook, and I'm not pitching anything until I've got your attention. So this is what I did differently. This worked. Orange hat, branding. And I want to do something edgy. So I did a little skateboard trick, basic one. A little wrapped it around my foot. Little manuals. I used to skateboard as a kid, so I'm just doing basic stuff, not even fancy stuff here. And I'm recruiting people. This is embarrassing, this next part. This made it go viral right here in the affiliate audience. This. Kind of embarrassing, though. I was a little bit thicker. Ran over my car. Oh! And jumped on it. And then the video guy's like, keep going, keep going. So I'm just freestyling at this point. Go inside my office. I decided to skateboard into my office building randomly. Notice, no talking yet. Grab some coffee, navigate the chairs. Now that I've got your attention. And this, I weighed 50 pounds more back then. I could do those tricks easier now. That was with me 50 pounds heavier. So I was like, we made this video, and I'm like, this is fun. Let me get some viral video views. And what's crazy is I'm actually pitching people on being an affiliate for this. It was free to go sell it. There's no big target audience of people out there on Facebook that are just affiliates waiting to hear an offer. So I had to target, and I can kind of show you, but I had to get creative. If I was an affiliate, what things would I like? What pages would I like on Facebook? And I started thinking, okay, I made a list of like every affiliate network there was. I made a list of all the software applications people would use. I made a list of all the big gurus that affiliates would follow. And I made this big list of like 2-3 million, audience of 2 or 3 million, people who follow this person, this person, this person, people who use this software, and I built this, got 46,000 views. A normal traditional product launch, if you launch a product, a normal one has like 50 or 100 affiliates, and out of those 50 or 100 affiliates, like 5 or 10 of them actually make most of your sales. This launch right here, 5,000 affiliates signed up for it. So even if they didn't promote it and make money off of it, I had a list of 5,000 people interested in promoting products. That, I never knew how beneficial that would be. I made hundreds of thousands, actually probably $2 million probably off of just what the video did, recruiting affiliates. So in hindsight, I would have just done a lot more of this. I had no idea how good it was. So again, not as much comments, because it's really just an affiliate thing, but 46,000 views, and that's where I got started. I just kept doing this. So then, that's still March or whatever. I did another one and another one for Dark Post Profits. Then I did another mastermind video, selling another $15,000, or selling another thing. So I guess I did actually use an application close for that too. And then I just started, look at the views, 24,000. This one right here, 24,000. This is what's called a branding video. And I'm going to escalate. This how I'm still, for this video I'm about to show you, I'm in the 1-0 club. I still did not crack the code. This is 1-0 club. No call to action at all. No call to action. How to 10x your life and business in 2015. I'll just kind of let it play in the background. No call to action, 24,000 views. All it was I just wanted to do something motivational to create value for my audience and brand the orange hat. So I thought, let me get in front of my audience, our entrepreneurs, let me brand the orange hat, let me do something motivational. I thought, if people kind of, and I put some B-roll behind it, just a random farm, some text. And what happened was, like, people would see this, and then they would start to follow me. And I just thought, if I'm creating value out there, I can use the viral video strategy just to make my own personal development videos bigger. This is enough. So now you see my transition. I experiment with the strategy, it works. I go, let's see if I can make money with it. I advertise a $15,000 product. I think that's probably a little bit too crazy. Let me try it on a smaller product, a $300 product. Have a massive blockbuster product launch. Now I say, let me just no call to action. Let me just see what happens if I just kind of like pitch people on my story and see if they're interested in following me. And then that's where I got excited about these kind of videos. So the strategy kept going. Speed blogging. Now I got my next product launch. Just a couple months later. 78,000 views. So again, same thing. These are business videos. I'm in the 1-0 club. I'm paying a penny per view, but Facebook's rewarding me with some of them. Same thing. I got the guy from Yelp. Same video guy from Yelp, the wedding guy, and he says, Chris, I got this cool idea. You're walking on the street, and you walk past, and then I'll leave the camera still, and then after you walk past and talk, I will just film cars for like a long time, and then I'll split the screen in half. So like it looks like cars are going by you really fast, but it's just film on film. It's like you're actually only ever on the left side, and then I clip it, and on the right side we do a time lapse. And this is what it looked like. It was actually pretty cool.
When it comes to driving traffic to your website, would you rather have that traffic coming fast, or would you rather have things run slow? And that's what I want.
We did a little slow motion one there. And remember catching their attention early.
So listen up, JV.
So when you're watching that, and it's like, when you're watching that, it starts here. Now, no volume. This is all people are seeing in the Facebook newsfeed. Walking for a split second, and then that, and they're like, oh, whoa. See how it catches their attention? What's that? And it makes them want to watch it, and then by there, it's kind of like now that I've got your attention, here's what's going on. And I did this next launch, speed blogging. So then I started doing this for people don't realize viral videos were a big part of all my strategy. Speed blogging, and then over here, free training, another one that's just free value. Then over here, I got another product launch thing, 135,000 views. And then over here, 58,000 views, another one. Now we start getting fun. After I did all these videos, I went to my Yelp guy and I said, let's make something that's actually legitimately like a viral video. Like, let's make something that you would see on YouTube that does like millions of views. Can we do that? He goes, yeah, absolutely. I love this stuff. He planned it all out, and we did it. That's where this video came out. Now look, 176,000. You notice how now I'm escalating? This one is probably one of the better examples that I could show you now. This is all business. We haven't even gone viral yet. Okay? Look at this. Well, that escalated quickly. Watch part 2 here. This has a direct link and a direct call to action in it for people to buy a product that I was selling for $1,000. Okay? So this is directly there. Now, you'll notice down here, 471,000 people reached, 176,000 views, and this is mostly advertised. Paid 370, organic 100. What that means is I paid for 370,000 views, an average of a penny each. Okay, so watch the dynamics here. It's important to understand. I paid a penny each for 370,000 views. A lot of you might not be willing to pay that kind of money for something, but I was directly selling something that it was a digital product with no overhead on it that I'm selling for $1,000. So really, how many of these sales do I even, out of 176,000 views, how many sales do I need to justify the cost? You guys could do the math. A penny a piece at 370,000 views. You guys could do the math at how much money that is. So notice the other one, organic, 100,000. That means Facebook gave me 100,000 views for free. Let's talk about this for a minute. This is the thing that people don't quite get. They don't understand the power of this. Imagine if there was no paid views. If I had just uploaded this as a regular video, Facebook probably would have given me 500 or 1,000 organic views. Facebook doesn't really give you organic reach. When you upload something, they show it to a few people, it kind of dies off. This is it, organic reach, 100,000 people. You cannot get that without this strategy. Or if you do, it's just pure luck. With this strategy, notice how I have 100,000 free views. So man, get rid of this paid views. How cool would it be to upload a video and you get 100,000 views for free from Facebook just by uploading it on a fan page that's barely anything? That's the kind of, you have to recognize that's the kind of free value you're getting. So you're paying for 370,000 views. If somebody could do the math right now, so I don't have to go do the math. Somebody do the math here on this. 370,816 views, impressions times 0.01. 3,700. Okay. Now that's for impressions. So you might. So first thing I want to get straight is we're not paying per impression with these ads. We're paying per engagement. So when you see this 0.01, it's not for this number here, 370,816. Okay. It is for the number below. It's a combination of 176,000. Those are all engagements, people watching the video, and all the likes and comments and shares. 178 likes, 20 shares, 28 comments. So all the combination of all that, which really is just basically 176,000, didn't change. That's really what I'm paying for. That's really what I'm paying for. And out of these 176,000, so here's the basic way to do the ratio. That's like like 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 ratio, right? For every 3 views I pay for, Facebook's giving me 1. Let's even overestimate. For every 4 views I'm paying for, Facebook's giving me 1 for free, right? So out of every 5 views, 1 comes from Facebook, 4 come from me. So 1/5 of all views are free provided from Facebook. That's basic math. 1/5 of all my views are free, right? 20% or whatever. So if you take this 176,000 views, 20% of them were free, which is roughly 40,000 of them, right? So roughly 35,000, 40,000 of them are free and all the rest. So if I go in here, and I actually could do the math right now, the math would look like this, and this is how you can figure it out. Out of 176,000 views, you can reverse engineer how much this cost me. Well, if you see that stat, only I see the stat because I'm an admin. But I go to my 176,000 views, 176,000 times 80%, because that's the actual amount I paid for, right? 20% came from that. So it's really 140,000 views that I paid for, okay? So let's take 140,000 times 0.01 each. $1,400. That's the actual amount I invested, roughly. Of course, there's probably some ads that were like 2 and 3 cents that I paused. Okay, I can't give you an exact, I'd have to go through all the analytics to look. But you guys get the idea. Roughly, I paid for $1,400. So now, you can basically, if you wanted to really do the math, you could figure out my average cost per video view by going 1,400 into 176,000 views. But I spent $1,400 in this video. But there's a direct link selling a $1,000 product that I make 100% commissions on because it's my own product. How many sales do I need to make to justify this campaign? 2. If I make 2 sales out of 176,000 people, I'm profitable on this. So you see the power here? Don't get worried about the number, $1,400 or $1,500 that I spent. Don't worry about that. I would never have scaled it if I wasn't making sales from it. And you can track your sales. You don't think, it doesn't look like you can track. See how it just says Smart Member right there? Does that look like I have any extra code on there tracking it? But guess what? I do. Facebook ads secretly place code in there that people can't see to let you know if you make sales from the ad or not. So you don't ever have to get up to spending $1,500. You could spend $100 and go, oh my God, I just made a $1,000 sale off $100. Let's invest $1,000 and see what happens. Oh man, I just made $5,000. Let's invest all of it back. And you can scale. Facebook puts a secret code. Now, let's talk about this secret code because people always ask me, what do you mean secret code? When you just make a regular post, that link right there, it's the only link you got, Smart Member. When you do an ad, they have something in the advertising interface that says, do you want to place any tracking code on this? What they do is they place tracking code when you click it. When you go and click that, Facebook adds a little bit of tracking code right there. It's invisible. The person never knows it's there. Only with ads. Only when you're using the 3-0 Club strategy can you do this. So we have the ability to be able to create a video, add a link in the description to sell something, and then start advertising it, and we know if sales are coming from the viral video or not. If they are, we scale it. If they aren't, we stop it. We're only out 10, 15, 20 bucks. Do you see when you learn this strategy how powerful that could be? You can literally go and anything you ever want to promote, you can go and experiment like this. I'm going to show you this too today. It's going to be very, very cool. I'll show you. It's called URL tags if you want to take notes. We'll come to it a little bit later. Okay, so this obviously killed it. This Smart Member launch, how do we do with that launch? We did a Smart Member 1 and 2.0 launch. Between the two, we did somewhere around $2.5 million in sales. So the only regret I have is why did I not do 1.7 million views or 10 million views on this knowing that it works that well? I look back and just go, I don't know. I was too busy in my life. I don't know. Who knows why we don't go bigger with things? I could have just gone bigger. So this is interesting. See how this one did 291 views? Look at the difference. You might think, oh, well, your fan page is getting popular. No. A regular video I upload with no advertising is only doing less than 300 views. Facebook's only giving it 300 views. But if I upload a cool hip video with some action and stuff like that and do some advertising, 176,000. This is the difference. Little leagues, major leagues. Okay? That's the difference what we're showing here. Okay, 36,000 views, 65, at this point, anything. 65,000, 4,000, 2,000. Look at this, 432,000. 400, yeah, we did. This is just silly. This is, at this point, this is just silly. At this point, we goofed around. It's embarrassing to even show you this stuff. How many people, before I show you this, how many people here have seen the Matrix? Raise your hand, see the Matrix, okay? So you know the scene where they're inside of like the room where all like the guns fly in all fast? So my wedding guy, I'm like, you got any ideas? He's like, we could do like the Matrix scene. I said, well, sure, let's try it. And it was just silly, so I never really showed this to anybody. But we still ran it, 65,000 views. So silly.
This is the Smart Member construct. It's our membership building platform. You can build sites for product launches, online courses, training lessons, in any niche you want. Smart Member is control. The ability to control your lifestyle. The ability to control your freedom. To earn residual income from anywhere in the world, even while you're sleeping. All with the power of membership sites. This is Smart Member.
The silliest things we do. We go into a demo video from it. Oh, I lost
All
it.
right, so here I am logging in with Facebook. The first step is to simply go.
And believe it, 65,000 views, and people get to see. Do you see how we see what we start doing? We put a hook in the beginning, which is interesting and fast and whatever, and then we get right into a regular tutorial video showing people how to use this thing. It seems crazy, but we reached 227,000 people, and it's got a direct call to action in it. It's got a direct 227,000 people reached, direct call to action. This stuff works. And look what I put, the red pill. Click that for the red pill. This stuff, you guys, this is serious. This stuff works. It's silly, but it actually works. So 432,000 views, okay? 241,000 views on just a no link, just value. Now, this is where the 3-0 Club comes in. At this point, I'm just paying a penny per view, and I'm hoping to be able to sell. But the average person can't necessarily, but they won't hire a videographer, try to do viral videos, and create products and sell them. The average person won't do that. Look what I started doing here. Look at this next video. 2.1 million views. I upped it. I cracked the code, and that was the first video I ever cracked the code and got right here, the 3-0 Club. And same amount of views, more views, less money. I'm spending less money now than I'm spending on this video here, 241,000 views. I spent way more money than this video here with 2.1 million views. That's when I really started realizing. So let's take a look at the first actual viral video. This is where I went full circle. Also, let's look at the date. July 7th, 2015. Remember my first one, May 2014? Now I'm over a year later before I even get the idea to go back, and I saw this in the news feed, rolling through, and I saw this kid playing pool, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I want to share this. And then remember the thought? I thought, why don't I do this and try this again now that I'm better at advertising? I know all this stuff about Facebook advertising. Let's try it again. The first thing to look at is this down here. Look at the organic versus the paid difference. So I paid for 1.9 million views, impressions, but got 2.5 million. So now Facebook's rewarding more for free than I'm paying for. And the ones I'm paying for are no longer a penny each. They're not even 0.001 each. They're 0.0001 each. So now I'm paying next to nothing on this. A video like this, I'm paying like $500-600 and getting millions of views. So the process here is kind of what we're going to dive into, called the 3-0 Club. Look at this, 21,000 shares, 2.1 million views, and it's got straight calls to action in it, straight up. There's questions if you guys want to pull mics around. I don't know who's watching the mics and stuff like that. So as we're waiting for that, and I mean, just look at 5,000 comments. I mean, every time somebody comments, it's showing it to their friends. So this is what you're looking for here. Let's go ahead and do a round of questions real quick on what we've talked about so far.
Just a real quick question. Is that
just an affiliate link to somebody else's page, or is that something you're selling?
Okay, so the call to action. I don't think this is old. I don't know if this stuff still works. This was back in 2015, which to me seems like the internet moves in like dog years. So this seems like 3 or 6 years old. I'm sure it's like last month. I don't know if it's going to come up or if anything's going to be there. But if it is, okay, so still up. 200 plus trick shot videos for free. Get instant access to 100 plus trick shot videos. Yeah, I'm already like, I don't know my math. 200 or 100. No credit card required. Whatever. And then you click that, and I guess you would sign up. This is a little while ago, and now I would go to like an actual sign up page, but they would sign up, create an account, name, John Doe at gmail.com. And let's just see if that works. Sign up. So they would just sign up for free. Verification. Oh, someone with this email. Hey, somebody's used that email? Come on now. I thought I was creative. I know, huh? It's like not getting very creative. I think I've done that demo before where I use that. And then they get access to this thing. Billiards, trick shots. Do I want to save that? Nah. Billiards, trick shots, and it just basically loads in a bunch of videos that all these videos are just from YouTube. It's just tons and tons and tons of trick shot videos. So they're just all kinds of trick shot videos or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in here. So this is like the idea here is, the idea is that you're giving them something for free, but they're becoming an email lead. And then once they're an email lead, you can sell them anything related to billiards, such as print-on-demand T-shirts or e-commerce or anything. Like here's some print-on-demand stuff. It's old. This is like a year old, whatever. $39.99 for a hoodie. It's T-Swings one. I play pool like a girl. Try to keep up. You know, targeting women who play pool. And there's just all kinds of stuff. I mean, literally, you could just go and you can create stores that sell stuff. Other people ship this stuff out. It's not that difficult. We teach this kind of stuff all the time. Okay. But yeah, that's the call to action for this. And then there's like all kinds of stuff. I don't know. There's like affiliate offers. All of these links, everything's affiliate offers. There's clothing. There's affiliate offers. There's email autoresponders that go out to these members selling stuff like this. You know, 8-Ball Secrets. Get this book or whatever. Buy it right now. And this is an affiliate link through a company called ClickBank. So ClickBank pays a commission every single time. So here's a $20 product, and then after they buy that, it's going to be something else, and then this pays like $15 commission on it since it's just a book. So I have a viral video in the billiards niche. The video does millions of views, thousands and thousands of clicks. The clicks go and become members. I think I did something like 7,000 members off of that. Well, I did that video twice. So something like 7,000 members. And then out of those thousands of members, a certain amount of them go on and purchase stuff. Now, I'm more of a teacher, so I will admit a lot of the stuff I do is just for experimentation to prove the model. And then I tell my students to go do the stuff, and I even say you can copy me. So I don't really follow up all the time on this kind of stuff. That's why this stuff's all outdated. I could have really gone and built up like huge niches. My strategy is I'm a communicator. I'm good at teaching. Some of my students, this is all they do full time. They would build these niches and set up autoresponders and find offers and do it. So we're going to go through more. I didn't know if there was a question. Question right here.
Okay, so Orange Sign, you know, the last video, it had like over 1 million views, but it had like 20,000 shares. The other video, you had like, I think 200,000 views, but it had also, or it had like 200,000 shares, but not as much organic reach. Mm-hmm. What does that tell you there? Does that tell you anything? Is there a reason why that happened?
Yeah, so the question is really like, why is there such a delta of some videos that have huge views and very little engagement? Other videos have huge engagement, maybe totally different views. Part of it is the type of video. For example, if I'm doing like a sales kind of a video, I can get a lot of views because I'm paying more for those. I'm getting a lot of views, but those aren't going to get a lot of engagement. People aren't going to share my sales video on their wall because people don't want to share an advertisement. People want to share something. That's like one of the big keys here is a true 3-0 club video is people don't want to share something that feels like an advertisement because they don't want to. People want to share something that makes like. Let's go into the principle of sharing. This will help explain it. When you share a restaurant that you like with somebody, you're sharing it because you actually really like that restaurant. But your reputation, your endorsement is also on the line for this restaurant. If they have a really bad experience, that reflects on you. If they have a really good experience, that reflects on you. So everybody's cautious with what they share. They only want to share things that reflect back on them. People are all in it for themselves. When somebody shares something on Facebook, it's really because they got a good experience out of it, and they want others to get a good experience because that makes them feel good. It makes people feel good about themselves to give other people a good experience. That's why people recommend a movie. Oh, have you seen this movie? You got to see it. Have you seen this TV show? You got to see it. Oh my God, I don't want to spoil it for you. You have to see it. Trust me, watch through it. Because they had a good experience, and they want other people to have that good experience. That is the root of virality. That's the root of viral videos. That's the root of lots of engagement. So when you see things that have a lot of engagement, lots of shares, lots of this and that video is doing a good job of inspiring people people had a good experience with it, and they feel comfortable recommending it to their friends. If there's a sales pitch in there, people are going to be less feel good about it because now they're like, well, I didn't even buy the product. I don't know if the product's any good. I don't know if I endorse this. I don't know if I feel good about that. They'll watch it themselves, but it's a lot harder for them to share it. So you always want to somehow find a video, create a video or find one that gives people a feel-good experience that they want to share. That's how you're going to spike up the shares and everything. And once you spike up those shares, that's how you're going to get Facebook to give most of your views for you for free. So let's look at a couple examples you mentioned.
Yeah, and then also with that, you were asking about the reviews. I had to look through my phone. I had 2 different ads that I hit the 2-0 club, and they were heavy on ad and call to action on the front. So you're just talking about call to action and the sales part of it. If I were to say remove that, would that potentially put me into the 3-0 club?
Yes, potentially. And if we have time, I'll actually look at your videos and potentially even we can look at them if you wanted to share them openly, and I could actually give them feedback in real time right now. But yes, we'll come back to this, but one of the things I do is I get the video going viral first before I add a call to action. Right now, you guys are seeing links in the description. I add those after the video already starts getting momentum. So I won't even add that until videos have like 100,000 views. I want to make sure people don't want to share something that sells something. People don't like, look, first of all, people don't like advertising. They just don't. What they like is they like the content. So when people watch TV, they don't like ads. They want to skip through those. They like this TV series, not the ads. So people don't want to share ads. You got to remember that when you're marketing. So you're not going to get a lot of shares. So when you look at this, let's see. Oh, I just clicked Peter's notification of us. Sorry. Okay. When you look at this, let me go back down to where we were. Okay. 432,000. So even though there's 432,000 views on this video, I'll bet there's not a lot of shares on it because it's a super business video. Okay, only 148 shares, 432,000 views, only 148 shares. So that's critical. Now this other video has 5 times more. The billiards one has 5 times more views. Let me see. Let me pull up the billiards one if I can. This one. This has 2 million views. That's like 5 times more views. See, it's 5 times. You would think 5 times these shares. That's like what? Like 600, 700 shares? 5 times more views. Instead of 600, 700 shares, it has 21,000 shares. So you see the difference? This video only has 5 times more views, but it has exponentially more shares because this video has the wow factor. This video right here, look at the difference. This video is universal for everybody. It's a kid, a young kid, doing cool trick shots, lots of them, all in a row, just kind of like jump cutted. Okay, he's just got a ton of them. So he just goes through and does a whole bunch of, it's just a homemade video, just practicing, recording himself. And then the other thing about it is a video like this, people feel comfortable sharing it. Does this feel like an advertisement to you? To anybody? Does this feel like, part of you might think, yeah, they're making a viral video because they want to sell pool sticks. They probably want to sell me pool balls or pool table or tricks or something, but you just don't care. You're like, this is kind of fascinating. That is the wow factor. This right here is the difference. This is the wow factor. You look and you can't stop looking, especially if you like billiards. So this is the thing. The difference between a video like this and a video like the traditional ones, you got wild there, huh? The difference between a video like this and a traditional video is when you upload a video, when a page goes and uploads a video like this, check this out, it's pretty cool. Random people start sharing it. Random. Okay? People might not even like billiards. I think everybody in here could appreciate this video whether or not you play pool, right? Could appreciate it. So you're kind of like excited about it. But if you were into pool, if you were into billiards, you would have a lot of respect for this because you're like, man, that's actually really good. I can't even do that, and this is a kid. It's a kid. So what I did with this is I targeted billiards specifically. That is where we get the unique advantage. Organically, you can't control who Facebook shows your video to. They just show it to random people. With ads, only show this to people interested in billiards. See the difference? I have the most loyal audience ever doing this. And I can add a call to action right there for people to opt in and get thousands of leads in any niche. And when you guys get good, the big picture concept here is you can use viral videos to build email lists into the tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands. And even if you don't know what you're doing, if I gave you a list of 100,000 people that were interested in a niche, such as billiards, I'm sure you could figure out how to make money from that. Okay? That's the key. You can start Googling it. What are some affiliate offers for billiards? What are some ebooks for billiards? What's some equipment? If you guys have taken, so for those of you guys that were here at the last Impact series, do you remember how I taught about e-commerce and Shopify and AliExpress? That's all you got to do. There's so many, fast forward, there's so many things you could do. There's sites out there that you can resell their products. You can go to a site like AliExpress. I don't know if it's coming up right now. I don't know if it's my internet or not. But you can go to a site like, let's see if it's, if it's my internet, or, yeah, my internet's been going a little bit slow today, so pardon me for the slow internet. That's Google. Yeah, Google's even going slow. So let's see, My Shopify. You can set up your own stores on Shopify, which we talked about last Impact Series. Sorry, internet's just going real slow. We'll have to just deal with it. Here's a bunch of them: bar stools and billiards, pool table 911, pool tables, game room furniture, pool table felt, routines, all kinds of pool table stuff, right? Pool table. Let's do pool table. Let's do pool sticks. These are just Shopify sites, people's own Shopify sites. They're going to sell pool sticks or pool cues, pool tables, pool sticks, billiard supplies. Okay, so just an example. You could create a viral video about billiards like that, or find a viral video like that that's not copyright infringing or something like. You got to be careful a little bit about using other people's videos, and you could basically have your own store that says, hey, if you enjoyed this video, here's 50% off coupon to go buy stuff from the store. And even though it's loading incredibly slow right now, this is an actual Shopify site that anybody can set up. And we teach how to do this at Tecademics. It's going too slow. I have low attention span, so if something's slow, I feel like I'm already should go to the next topic. So that's the idea. The idea is like a little future thinking. Look at this: billiard supplies, dart supplies. Somebody who's interested in billiards might also be interested in darts. Do you see where this goes? Someone who's interested in billiards is probably also interested in beer. I mean, you can start having like one little niche. So what happens is you get this little niche, like let's say billiards, and there's your audience, billiards. And then what you do is you start brainstorming. What are some other things that they might be interested in? So you guys can shoot out some things that you think somebody is interested in billiards, even if it's not directly. Let's go. We said beer, darts, home brewing. Throw out anything you guys think that somebody interested in billiards, playing pool, might also be interested in.
Beer stein.
Bar stools. Divorce attorneys. Probably not. Probably. I mean, probably so. But it's a little bit. That's a little bit different. But probably. Just keep going. But think outside the box. Somebody that's interested in billiards. What type of person goes and does think about the kind of person that goes and does billiards, and think about get creative. What are some other things that they might be interested in? Okay. Look at this: cigars, NASCAR. Casinos, video games, bowling. Okay, my point is, what happens is you could create a video about something, create a store or a membership site about something, and you have your site could be like everything. And it could be something as simple as, let's just imagine, your call to action is, join this community. We'll give you billiards tips. We'll give you bowling tips. We'll give you dart tips. And all you do is provide a compilation of YouTube videos that you embed. Nothing even your own. You just go, here's like 200 videos that'll give you the best tips from the best people on YouTube that we found. We've taken the time and scoured the internet to find the best stuff for you, and it's all 100% free. Because you can't charge for somebody else's YouTube videos, but you can give it to them for free. So now you got this membership site. Now what you do is you go and upload viral videos on all these topics. You upload viral videos all about darts. Some person just gets like 10 bullseyes in a row or something, or maybe throws behind, does tricks behind his back and hits, something. There's probably something. It's the internet. There's probably a cat that gets a bullseye with a dart, okay? So my point is, you literally are able to create a bowling viral video, somebody who does like the craziest trick shot or something like that. You're able to do billiards, you're able to do dart, you're able to do all of these curricular things, and then also you're able to go in there and say, hey, here's home brewing tips. Now, do they also need to buy maybe some home brewing equipment? You see what I'm saying? Maybe now, do they maybe need to buy some dart supplies? So what's cool about this is that you literally can go to sites like AliExpress, which will drop ship anything for you, so you don't have to have any inventory at all, or somebody else will do it all for you. And you only just go in there: billiards Q-tips, billiards decor, billiards tablecloths, billiards sticks, billiards room, billiard lamps, billiards equipment, billiards toys. There's all of these things you can feature on your website What's cool is you just take the picture of whatever it is and put it on your website. Somebody buys it, the money comes to you, then you buy it from here and they ship it to your customer. No inventory, no overhead, no anything. Look at all this stuff. Just cool stuff. You know, like you literally can have like these custom Q-tips. I mean, that's already a start. Custom Q-tips, covers. You just go and could find out something. Q-tip pressing shape. I mean, there's just so many things you could put on here. Gloves, pool cloths. I mean, the pictures aren't loading very fast. And we might need to do something about that. At least at the break I will. But I'm only going to be able to go so fast if we have this slow of internet. So if somebody, if one of the staff can figure that out, the slow internet's going to kill me. I'm on the SAR connection. I might need to go on some other connection. So, example, billiards video, call to action to join a community. The community can offer YouTube videos about all this kind of stuff. Now you have an email list, and during the email list, you can just be following up with offers. The offers you can follow up with are things like free plus shipping. Hey, we got a current offer for 50 of our members. We're willing to give you guys a pool stick or this thing of pool cues for free. Just pay for shipping. The pool cues cost you $2. You charge $10 for the shipping. You just made $8. And instead of 50, you could sell 5,000 of them. I mean, no, unlimited. So there is a way to make back the money you spend on advertising. There's a way. Let's take a question over here.
Now, for the viral videos, do you suggested that we go broad on the viral videos for the Zero Club? Now, you also just mentioned that you did a little bit of targeting with the pool. Now, would you suggest we go broad first, and then once we gain momentum, we then go with the targeting?
Okay, so that question will be more specifically, so the question is about advertising and choosing the audience to advertise to. So I will be covering that in detail in probably like 20 minutes. So I will cover that in detail, but when I say broad, the billiards, watch, we'll do a little sneak peek, just to give you a sneak peek, unless my internet's running too slow, in which case I'll get bored and won't do it. But I'll give you a sneak peek at like, just to give you an example of what I mean by broad. The billiards niche itself, yeah, it might be too slow. The billiards niche itself is broad enough. So billiards as a niche on Facebook will have like over 1 million people in it. That's broad enough. You can get 3-0 Club views. Let's just start over. Boost a post. Geez, it's really slow. Let me try real quick. Test. And then we'll go right here. So we're going to teach this in a minute, so don't get overwhelmed by what you're seeing. Targeting. Who do you want to target? Billiards. This one here, Q Sports. So Q Sports is another word for billiards. It's Q Sports. It's just kind of what they call. So let's look at this, Q Sports. So my audience is United States. I could do more. 18 to 65 men and women interested in Q Sports. So let's go over here on the right. That's 3.5 million people right there. 3.5 million people in the United States alone interested in Q Sports, interested in billiards. That's broad enough. So when I mean broad, that's a target audience. It is a target audience. But it's not super targeted, but it's targeted. That's like me saying I can target entrepreneurs. Well, there'll be like 3 million, 5 million, 10 million entrepreneurs, but that doesn't mean they're all really my target market. So I do start broad like this, and then what I'll do is I'll get more specific as I go. Okay, here's like pool Q Sports right there. There's on pool billiard, snooker, 8-ball. Now, these individual ones, if the video was about the game snooker or 9-ball, if the video was about the game 9-ball, and the product I was selling was specifically 9-ball tips or 9-ball whatever, how to become a 9-ball expert, then obviously this 9-ball audience is my target audience. But if I just do 9-ball, no other audience, it's only 130,000, 78,000. So now, notice the difference? 3.5 million versus 78,000. See how that's now specific. 78,000 people specifically interested in 9-ball. That's a target audience, but I'm going to pay more. The smaller that audience is, the more I pay per video view. If I get that audience up to 5 or 10 million, the less I pay per video view. Broad, you pay less per video view. Targeted, you pay more. The idea, though, is that if I'm selling a 9-ball product or I have a 9-ball community, I don't mind paying more because that's my exact audience, right? Okay.
What would you say is your threshold for when you go in and add the link? Like, at what point do you consider it viral enough to say, okay, now I'm going to go and add my link in there?
Okay, so the videos that we talked about have links on them, like this one here. A billiards thing has a link. I didn't start this with a link. I started it with just this sentence here. Oh my God, this kid is insanely good at pool trick shots. Felt very comfortable. People were fine sharing it. For me, after this video did 500,000 views is roughly when I added my link. That threshold, the question is, what is the exact number? That has a lot of variables. So Melissa, I would say one variable, how much money do you have to invest in ads? I mean, I didn't mind slow playing it, making it a little more viral first before it's kind of like a tipping scale. Like I wanted it to go even more viral first before I added the link. But if you have a little bit less money to play with, then you're probably thinking, I got to monetize this thing faster. I can't just throw money out there, hope, and you don't even know if it's going to convert. So I would say 100,000 is a good number. Watch this. So let's do 100,000 views times, if you're doing it right, on a video like this billiards one, 0.001, 0001. So right there, $10. So if you did this right, it would be $10. Even if you did it slightly wrong, you look at it like $20. So to get to 100,000 views is not a lot of money when you do the strategy right. 10 or 20 bucks. So I think the first 10 or $20, you need X amount of money to kickstart this video and get it going before you start throwing up all over it with your ads. Okay? That's the key. Don't make it look like it's an advertisement. Make it look like it's a regular video that everybody in the world's sharing and you want to share it too. Then slip in your ads afterwards. You just slip in your ad after it's got some momentum. That's the key. So it's different for each person. For me, I've even done 1 million views on a video before I added the thing, because when you really know what you're doing, 1 million views you can get for $100. So I'm like, hey, I'll throw the first $100 as charity, get the thing going, and then let's see if I can take it to 5 million or 10 million views, all the rest of those, and then have, especially, this is what I especially look for, is Facebook rewarding me with like 5 to 1 views. If I'm paying if I'm paying for 1 view and Facebook's giving me 5, oh smokes, I'm going to go crazy with this thing, because Facebook is just going to make this thing so viral that it doesn't even matter to me. I'll spend $500 on it, because if I get that kind of engagement, this thing's going to do 50 million views. It's organically. So there's like too many factors for an specific. So the best specific I could give, a general one, I would say spend $5 or $10 or $20 first to see if you can get around 100,000 views, and then once you can, then go, okay, now let me edit the post, let me put in a description, and then let me spend another $5 or $10 or $20, and let's see if I can get some, see if I can make some money off of it. Try to sell something. Try to get a lead. Try to do, or even if you can't sell something or get leads, even if you're just getting clicks, at least you know people are clicking the link, and you can see how much you're paying per click. You go, hey, at least I'm getting clicks. I can figure out what to do with this traffic later to what converts, but at least I'm getting clicks.
When you add your link later, does that post or ad is it reapproved by Facebook, or because it's already approved, you're just editing something and then putting it back out there?
The question is, when you edit the ad, does it have to go through an approval process again? The answer for the paid views, the answer is yes. Yes. In order to edit that ad, you have to disconnect all the ads from it. So yes, there is a approval process again, but it's nothing. I mean, unless your ad is like, hey, you like billiards? Check out this gun collection, or whatever it is, you like billiards? Check out this porn collection. Yeah, you're going to get shot down. There's going to be some things that are going to trigger. Weapons, violence, nudity, even anything that's graphic or explicit in nature. So even if it's kind of not, like an example is, you could say like, oh, are you into survival? That's great. But if you show like a crazy person with a knife, well, people will flag it and be like, whoa, 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 I don't want to see this in my newsfeed. So when it gets reapproved with a link, as long as that link is not anything crazy over the top, it will just get approved very easily. However, the organic stuff, that doesn't stop flowing. That's not affected at all by you pausing ads and editing the post. That organic keeps flowing. Keeps flowing nice. You guys want me to keep going, or is there any more specific questions to this? You're going to walk out of here today knowing how to do this strategy specifically. Okay, let me keep going then. So we looked at a lot of different examples. We looked at examples of me doing my own little videos and boosting it, and then me going here and going, okay, I could take I could start getting 0.0001 views and start really exploding this thing.
Yes, Chris. On my ad, I'm in the 2-0 club, and it's been 6 days, and it's just it's still getting a lot of views. It's getting a lot of shares. Would you tweak it some more? How long would you let it run? It's been 6 days. Pause it.
The answer to that is going to be based on the video and the post. If you don't mind me using it as an example, I can give you specific feedback. If it's a video of me and I'm marketing something, I don't need to be in the 3-0 club. I'm fine with the 1-0 club because I'm directly selling something and I'm getting branding and everything. If it's a video like this billiards thing, I would never let that thing go on the 2-0 club. I would pause everything in the 2-0 club because you can get, if it's a viral video like this, you got to do 3-0 club.
Okay.
You got to do it.
Thank you.
Otherwise, you'll just spend a lot of money and you won't. The reason is because it's possible to get 3-0 club. If you don't succeed, pause it, stop it, try more ads, try new things. You can get 3-0 club. Trust me, if it's a viral video, this video here has 21,000 shares, 5,000 comments. Clearly, people like this and trust this enough to share it on their walls. Okay? When you have something like that, you absolutely can get 3-0 club. Okay? So you got to look at the video and you got to go, from what I have already, are people sharing it? Are people liking it? You said you had like 1,000 shares, right? So some people are sharing it, right? So you can start looking at that and you can start figuring it out.